and welcome to the Geek Show. I'm Em Gilmore and I'm with my very good friend Rose Mackay. Apologies first of all for that. Technical difficulties. We don't really know what's happened, but we fixed it.
What is it with us and technology? We try and just never...
Technology and I are not a good mix. We think we've established that very well. So today we're going to talk about Marvel Phase 4. I am so excited for this one.
I mean, the thing is you can always have a great discussion about Marvel. There's so much to cover. And I feel like there's a Marvel movie for everyone somewhere. Like,
oh yeah.
Like, there's no one... it's not just one big genre. You can have action, you can have comedy, you can have a little bit of romance if you really want to, but why would you have romance in a superhero movie?
Yeah, exactly. Get that away. Okay, so earth bubble discussion. What is your thoughts on Phase 4 so far?
I mean, it surprised me. Like, I wasn't 100% sure or sold on Phase 4. I was a bit like, after Infinity War and Endgame, and maybe just after the Spider-Man Far From Home, I feel like the story was kind of quite neatly wrapped up, and I wasn't 100% sure if I would continue with Marvel. But yeah, you had, the Black Widow movie, you had Shang-Chi, you had the Eternals, it's a mixed bag. Like, there's different movies again.
Yeah, I feel like Phase 4 has come out pretty much back to back because 2020 was out the window when it came to releasing films, and the TV shows also got pushed back because obviously now, Phase 4, we have Marvel TV shows. Now, we've always had Marvel TV shows in the past, the Netflix ones like Daredevil and Jessica Jones, which RIP just got taken off Netflix yesterday.
Oh God, no.
Apparently they're going on Disney Plus, but not for a couple of weeks, and I am raging because I was halfway through my season 3 rewatch of Daredevil, so I'm waiting 2 weeks now for it to come back. But now they were always kind of they are in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but now these TV shows are officially in it because they're on Disney Plus. So we've got WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, Loki, What If, and Hawkeye. Is there one that I'm missing? I keep doing this.
Yeah, I mean, there's always something new coming out. I feel that's the thing now, and Marvel has kind of it's got firm footing now. It's not trying to prove itself anymore. You know what you're going to get if you go into a Marvel movie,
Yeah, and I feel like Phase 4 is a lot of fan service more than anything now.
Yes. I think we were discussing it about with the Avengers gone, will we be replacing that, or, will we just be pushing on and there will be no more Avengers?
Personally, I think the Avengers era is over.
Yes, it feels like it's kind of been nicely,
wrapped up, because half out of the original 6 Avengers, half are no longer in it. I mean, I know with Black Widow back in the Black Widow film, which I personally really loved. I loved that film. I like it.
I have a feeling that it should have been a Phase 3.
I don't know, because otherwise you couldn't put the end credit scene of Yelena going to the gravestone, which sets up Hawkeye.
I mean, I've been waiting for a Black Widow movie. She was the original girl power, girl boss Avenger, and she deserved one. She worked so hard.
It was Iron Man 2 was her first appearance, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So she's kind of been there since the beginning. So I was like, when are we going to get a Black Widow movie? And I don't know if maybe the executives just thought that they would never be able to actually sell a Black Widow movie to us, and we were just all clamouring for it. And maybe it was just the hype behind it. It just didn't live up, to be honest. I mean, don't get me wrong, it wasn't a fail, but it was a pass at best.
I mean, it introduced one of my... Well, Black Widow's also one of my favourites, but it introduced one of my other new favourites, Yelena. I love Yelena.
Yeah, Yelena is good. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing her more. But should the Black Widow movie have just been a set-up movie for another character? Probably not.
Yeah, I guess it feels kind of like a setup for Yelena, because I don't know if we're going to get the other 2 back.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but...
I mean, there's space for them to come in.
Yeah, you could easily have them come back, and I don't know when Yelena would next appear, because obviously she's on Hawkeye.
Yeah.
But I don't know when she'll next appear.
I mean, she'll pop up somewhere. Let's be honest, she'll probably pop up when we least expect her to, and we'll love her for that. But yeah, I also feel like with the Phase 4 that there's much more of a rewatch value to them.
Yeah, I agree. Because up till Phase 4, Phases 1 to 3 were all leading up to Thanos and the Infinity Stones.
It was a long plan, wasn't it?
It really was a long, long plan. I mean, there were some films that you can like dive in and out. Like, for example, the only films that the MCU my dad has seen is Guardians of the Galaxy. And you can watch them by themselves. There's stuff like that, but in the long run, you kind of need to see the majority of them. Whereas this, because it's setting up like a new era of Marvel, right now especially, is more origin stories or standalone stories. You can easily dive in and out.
Yeah, and I feel like we were talking about the movie that's kind of split Marvel fans a little bit, which is the Eternals movie, which, you know, some people like, some people hate. It took me a second or third rewatch too. It's
quite different. It's a lot more downplayed, I feel. It's not like a big blockbuster style, and I do enjoy it.
I mean, it brings in the Celestials, which we are all looking forward to.
Celestials, the Eternals. Yeah, it does. It brings in a kind of new direction for Marvel, and it's one of those films that, because they established they couldn't interfere with human, issues, you could easily have slotted this film into any point in Marvel.
I mean, it was the first Marvel movie to try a romance plot, but I think we've both agreed that
that was an interesting scene watching in the cinema.
Of the side characters actually became a bit more interesting than Icarus and Cersei.
Oh, Drug and Macari, I love them.
Yeah, I mean, Drug and Macari, what's her name again?
Macari's so cool, I love her.
Athena and Gilgamesh.
Yeah, they were brilliant.
The inventor guy and his
Fastos.
husband, and his kid, and his IKEA furniture, like he says
oh, that scene! He built like a fortress and then like Icarus just like smashes it and it goes, IKEA full collection. I just love that line.
Like a subtle little advert there, but you know what? Phase 4 so far has been good. There's been no flops.
Yeah. Okay, so we will go on to our next song, which is Back in Black by AC/DC.
Yeah.
This was actually, we tried to match up most of our songs with Marvel. Truth Faith wasn't, but we needed like a good song to start with. But this one, even though it wasn't Phase 4, it was in Far From Home, which is Phase 3. So
I would consider it a nice bridge between.
It was like an epilogue to Endgame, Far From Home.
Exactly. It's a good song. Let's listen to it.
Back in Black.